Welcome to the annual Steampunk World's Fair in Somerset, New Jersey. Only an hour's drive from Manhattan, but in spirit, over a century removed from the present day.
And is it corset comfortable, or?
Oh yes, absolutely. It's very supportive and encourages good posture.
It's like a sports bra.
Corsets and goggles and gears, oh my, and weaponry of all shapes and calibers.
What is that?
This is a ray gun. It's steam powered by my backpack back here.
If you came unarmed or underdressed, well, dozens of vendors fill the fair with suitable steampunk wear. By now, you're probably wondering,
What is steampunk?
Steampunk is yesterday's tomorrow.
It's almost a science fiction version of Victoriana.
the Victorians were obsessed with technology, imagining a world of elaborate contraptions, many of them airborne, flights of fancy powered by steam, the fuel behind the Industrial Revolution. In the steampunk universe, the Victorian vision of the future, adventurous and optimistic, has come to pass.
It's the ideal version of the past.
Right. So it's the Victorian era without all the disease and pestilence?
Yes.
Yeah, the intersection of technology and romance is what I like to say.
Jake Von Slatt came to the fair in his steampunk, well, his diesel-powered bus.
And the keyboard has brass around it? Is that brass?
The keyboard is brass framed.
Lovely and expensive. This keyboard sells for over $1,000.
That I wanted a computer that would look at home, say, aboard Captain Nemo's Nautilus.
Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is one inspiration behind steampunk. So's the classic 1960s TV show, The Wild Wild West.
When is a ventriloquist dummy not a ventriloquist dummy?
When it's Dr. Lovelace, of course.
Yes, that is a steam-powered mandroid controlled by a church organ operated by an evil dwarf.
You've outdone yourself this time, Dr. Lovelace.
I thank you, Mr. West.
This is a big year for steampunk, with dozens of new books out, including the Steampunk Bible. It documents how imaginative steampunkers can get. Behold robo-elephants, cathedral tanks, tentacled guitars, and if a successful steampunker needs a place to hang his top hat,
And I love the Zeppelin light fixture.
there's a steampunk apartment for sale in New York.
The asking price is $1,750, $1,750,000.
And that's in 2011 dollars?
Yes, it is.
But if you're shopping for something more practical,
I actually used it to cure a young lady of hiccups in Seattle a while ago, and I can demonstrate what that's like.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll crank the machine a little bit and charge it up. Now, if you'll put your finger there, you'll feel a little tingle when you touch it. Just a little one.
Yeah.
And now if you take my hand, we will both get a much bigger shock now.
Ow! Oh my God. Wow.
Can you see how that would cure somebody of the hiccups?
Yes.
Can we fix him?
Of course we can fix it.
the steampunk style is showing up in movies like Martin Scorsese's Hugo
I've never seen anything like it.
and the Robert Downey Jr. version of Sherlock Holmes.
Specifically designed to prevent us from disarming it.
Do you have a Sherlock Holmes rap?
I don't have a Sherlock Holmes rap, but I may steal that idea, thank you.
Okay, all right.
Meet Paul Alborough, school teacher by day,
But later on you will become...
I will become Professor Elemental, a steampunk Victorian rapper.
Now when I say Earl Grey, you say yes please, Earl Grey. Yes please. Earl Grey. Yes please.
Professor Elemental raps about tea and trousers and splendidness.
It's splendid. It's splendid.
I may need to brush up on my history, but there weren't a lot of rappers in Victorian England.
No, there wasn't a lot of rappers in Victorian England, but I like to think that if there was one, he would have looked like this, basically.
He's played a lot of steampunk gigs and says this extravaganza is exceptional.
This one is a little bit different from anything else that I've seen. It's like the eccentricity dial has been just dialed up just a little bit.
Case in point,
These propellers propel it forward and backwards.
The sky was no limit for the imagination of Captain Leviticus Finch, not his real name.
Well, I love your airship.
Thank you, thank you.
A work in progress, his remote-controlled dirigible flew as high as the ceiling and his gas tank allowed.
It's a little low on helium because it has like a leak.
And yes, my friends,
My name is Tibor Manischewitz, Sky Pirate.
there were jetpacks.
It started out as a ceiling fan.
Oh, ceiling
Took
fan.
it apart, painted the blades.
It takes real imagination to look at a ceiling fan and say, hey, that could be a jetpack.
Thank you.
Later on, I discovered some really nice jetpacks that didn't look like they'd been hot glued together.
Yeah, actually, it's easier if we put the right arm in first.
Okay, there you go.
Or we put the helmet on you, and then you'd be.
Oh, wow, I'd love to.
All right.
It's a look.
It's a look. Now you could walk around this place and you'd fit right in.
Of course, you may ask, would I want to fit in?
Why do you think they're doing it?
That's a very good question. I think it's like live-action role-playing games and comic books and movies. It's that escapism. You know, you can spend a day as an airship captain or a sky pirate or an evil villain or whatever it is you might want to do.
But does a movement so firmly rooted in the past really have much of a future? I did see a lot of families and quite a few children in costume and in utero.
When is your steampunk baby due?
August 18th.
You could call Marissa Taylor the mother of steampunk, but she's a 21st century woman when it really matters.
We're not going to do it Victorian style. I want medicine, I want drugs, I want a bed that's nice.
How soon are you going to put a top hat on your steampunk baby?
Probably like the day she comes home.
Meet Charlotte Adventure Zimmerman, Marissa's daughter, Steampunk Baby of the Year.